So, if you've ever watched Spain play football recently and felt like, I don't know, you were watching a perfectly synchronized machine instead of just a standard sports game, well, you're actually not wrong. In this explainer, we're diving into something pretty wild: how Spain's football system is practically a mirror image of electrical engineering. And at the center of it all, their mastermind, Lamine Yamal. Let's unpack exactly how this engineering magic actually happens on the pitch. But before we get into the football side of things, let's ask a really fundamental question. Have you ever wondered why every single computer on Earth needs a CPU? I mean, think about it. You could go out and buy the most expensive, top-of-the-line parts, massive amounts of storage, a ridiculously bright screen, insane cooling systems, but without that one central piece of hardware, the whole thing is completely useless. It literally cannot think, it cannot make decisions, and it absolutely cannot perform a single task. Right, so let's quickly define our baseline here. The central processing unit, the CPU, is universally known as the brain of the computer. It takes in information, processes literally millions of calculations every single second, makes highly intelligent decisions based on all that data, and then seamlessly fires off instructions to all the other components. Take that chip out, your super powerful machine is just a giant paperweight. It's got all the potential in the world, but it's entirely inert. Now here is where it gets interesting. Imagine taking that core concept from tech and mapping it directly onto Spain's national football squad. Think of the team not just as a group of athletes running around, but as a high-performance computer. Every single player out there is a highly specialized component designed for a specific function. But for all those individual pieces to actually work together in harmony, somebody has to step up. One player has to control the rhythm, process every unfolding opportunity, and make real-time decisions to drive the whole machine forward. Section 1. The football computer system, mapping the pitch to the motherboard. Okay, let's break down exactly how these components work together in practice. Your defenders, they act as the power supply. Their main job is keeping the entire system stable and grounded. If they fail, the whole system crashes. Then you look at the midfield. They're your RAM, your random access memory, responsible for quickly moving information, or in this case, the ball, across the field to maintain the flow of data. The strikers are your output devices, finishing the commands and executing the attacks. But none of these parts can work efficiently without a core processor. And that leaves one singular player, Lamine Yamal, acting as the CPU, processing the entire game and dictating the rhythm. Section 2. Processing the game, algorithmic decision-making. So how does this actually look on the pitch? Well, whenever Yamal gets the ball, his internal processor fires up in rapid milliseconds, exactly like a computer running a highly complex algorithm. He isn't just blindly running forward. Step 1, he scans the field, instantly downloading massive amounts of visual data. Step 2, he reads the defenders, tracking where they are and their momentum, and actively calculates his options: pass, dribble, shoot. Then, step 3, he executes the perfect decision in a matter of seconds. It's just a relentless, continuous loop of high-speed data processing. And this is absolutely crucial. There's a stark contrast between a standard player and Lamine Yamal. Most standard players rely heavily on physical exertion, right? They're running fast, kicking hard, reacting on pure instinct. But Yamal? He is actively thinking, scanning, and processing. He's calculating the absolute best mathematical option out there faster than world-class defenders can even react. So while everyone else is playing a highly physical game, he's operating on a completely different temporal level, processing the game in milliseconds. This insane level of control is exactly why analysts noted that every successful attack passed through him and every dangerous opportunity started with his vision. He wasn't just having a good game. By controlling the entire attack and processing data at that incredible speed, he firmly cemented himself as the undisputed man of the match. Defenders were left struggling simply because he was processing the game way faster than their physical reaction times could handle. Section 3. Why great CPUs win matches: intelligence over speed. You see, a truly powerful CPU isn't just about raw speed. It's about the quality of the decisions being made under immense pressure. Yamal showcased elite football intelligence by perfectly managing the system's resources, meaning he simply did not waste possession. More importantly, he knew exactly when to slow the game down, which, let's be honest, is just as important as knowing when to accelerate the play. He was constantly calculating when and where to create space. He proved that managing the game's tempo with the smartest decisions will always be sheer momentum. It's all about how efficiently the processor handles the workload, not just how fast it can run. And the impact of this? It completely transformed Spain's attack. It elevated them from being just a group of exceptionally talented athletes into a highly synchronized, well-designed electrical circuit. The entire pitch basically became a living system of electrical currents, all effortlessly directed by one central brain. Inside this football circuit, data just flows seamlessly. Every pass acts as a signal sent across the motherboard. Every movement off the ball is a command executed by a component. Every single attack follows a clear, logical process. It mirrors exactly how a CPU sends instructions inside a computer. Nothing out there is random. It's all a calculated execution of a deeply understood system. And this distinction highlights exactly why all of this matters for the sport as a whole. Standard football is incredibly fast and deeply skillful, sure, but it often lacks a central brain to coordinate all that chaos. CPU football, on the other hand, uses vision, creativity, and supreme intelligence to control the entire system. Raw physical skill is fantastic to watch, absolutely, but true, sustained dominance? That's achieved when a mastermind acts as the brain of the team, elevating every single component around them to peak efficiency. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final question to ponder. Who else in world football operates with this elite level of processing power? Is Lamine Yamal football's ultimate CPU? Or is there another mastermind out there who deserves that title? Think about the players you watch every week. Who else is out there, scanning, calculating, and executing like a machine? Keep that in mind the next time you watch a match, and you just might start seeing the circuitry hidden beneath the grass.